Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a Uber Eats delivery video. I just picked up my first order from IHOP and they're not even letting people come inside the restaurant. They have a table blocking the door and it says to wait here and she'll come ask you your name. There was like 5 people waiting when I got here. So like it's very busy today. I literally just turned the app on and I got this order. So I'm pretty excited because Sundays are usually my days. If you're familiar with my channel, I mainly drive on Sundays because that's when it's popping, that's when it's busy. So I plan on driving all day. I mean, if it stays busy, if it's not busy, then I mean I'm not gonna be wasting my time out here. But so far, so good. I got my first order. Come on, time is money, guys. What you doing? All right, so that is dropped off now. It took me like deep into Plant City, about 12 minutes in, and I drove all the way back because I don't know Plant City. I'm not trying to deliver out there. So I'm back in Brandon, but they went into detail about how to get to their apartment. And they said to go around the back of the building because that's where their door is. And I don't think I would have known that. I don't think I would have figured that out if they didn't point that out. And they had me leave it at the door, which I started taking pictures of the food on their doorstep just in case, like if they try to say they never got it, I could send Uber the picture and be like, well, this is their door, I'll put it there. But I used to be so nervous about the leave at door because I'm so worried about like something happening to their food, like somebody stealing their food or them lying saying they never got it. But like now it's very convenient because I could just drop it off and go. I don't have to knock on the door. I don't have to wait for them to come to the door. I could just drop it off, take a picture and go. I'm gonna put the amounts on the screen as I get the orders because I think that will be the easiest instead of like tips coming in an hour later because they're always on a delay. I don't know why. Even if they tip when they're ordering, it comes in like an hour later to my app. So I'm just gonna put it on the screen. I have hand sanitizer in my car and I've used it every single time I get back into my car. Alright, I got my second order at IHOP. It is very big and it came with this hot coffee which burnt my fingers just walking to my car. And that's how like it looks. That's how she handed it to me. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, alright, that is dropped off. That was super annoying. I got to the house and I'm carrying this hot ass coffee and a huge bag. I get to the door, like I ring the bell, nothing. I knock, nothing. And I notice there's like a lock thing on the door as if like nobody lives there. It's, I don't know, like a lock thing with a keypad on it. So I was like, maybe they don't live here no more and they got the wrong address. So I go back to my car to put everything down and call her, and she's like, oh, I'm here, I did not hear you knock, I'm coming out now. I'm like, thank you. And then I hand her the food and she's like, oh yeah, I had the TV on so loud I didn't hear anything. I'm sorry, but some people, like, you order food, you know food's coming, it tells you the minutes I am away. You could even watch me drive on the app. You could watch me turn by turn. Some people, like, they just forget, like. And there are way less people on the road. Like, there is barely any traffic this morning. Normally it's a really, really bad traffic, but I know churches are closed and everything is pretty much closed besides grocery stores and restaurants, but you have to pick it up. So less people are going out to eat because normally you wouldn't eat inside of a restaurant. Alright, so I got an order from Baskin Robbins, and if you know Brandon, it was like inside the mall, like the outer part of the mall. So I had to do a little bit of walking, but alright, I just dropped it off. I was almost here and I was like, oh yeah, I need to look to see if she said like deliver at door or leave at door, and I realized it was at like the Pound here, and I delivered here before and I had to walk in with Dunkin' Donuts, and I waited maybe 30 seconds, and the girl finally came up. But in that time, like, I was looking around, and I can't go in there. Thankfully, the lady met me outside, and I didn't have to go in there this time. Like, that just breaks my heart. I don't like going into pounds. I can't handle stuff like that. But she did. Oh, it's 2 5s. I thought it was 1 5, like all wadded up. But she did. Okay, she gave me $10 tip. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, that was nice. All right, so I got my next order. It is a big old Hooters order, so that's cool. They said leave at door, huh? And they gave me the gate code, the building number, follow the main road all the way down to the back of the complex. Okay, another detailed one. That's cool. But it's got me going on the interstate, which is not cool. All right, I just got off the interstate. I'm at a red light, don't worry. But even though it just took me from like one exit to the next exit, there was a lot of construction, and Uber, please put something in the app where we could turn off like interstate, because people with anxiety like me, like, we don't want to be going on the interstate. Okay, we want to avoid it as much as possible. I would not have took this order. I mean, I'm glad it turned out okay, because, you know, I have really bad anxiety when it comes to the interstate. Alright, so my next order is Cold Stone Bakery. I just got here, and the place is right in front of me. It's like all blocked off with trash cans and tables, and there's signs saying we're open, and there's one table that says Uber Eats pick up here. Okay, I got the order. It's a huge bag, but it's only one thing of ice cream, like one cup of ice cream. So it says she's 9 minutes away, and I'm going to put my air on high to keep it nice and cold. And she says leave at door, and she gave me the gate code. Outside gate call. She gave me her phone number. Okay, I guess I read that wrong. She said gate code, and she gave me her number, but it was a house with like a long driveway, and she said leave at door, like she clicked the leave at door button. But she was walking up, and she stopped at the gate, and then I realized, okay, she wanted me to call her phone number when I got to the gate. That makes sense now. But I was like, handed over the gate, and she's like, no, leave it on the ground. She's like, no. She didn't want any contact with me, so I left it on the ground. And all right, I understand now. So my next order was over at CCO. It's like a very fancy, healthy restaurant, and I don't get many orders from it, but when I do, they usually tip pretty good, because like this is a very fancy restaurant. But yeah, so when I walked up there, it was just like the ice cream place where they had the different tables of DoorDash, something else, I don't remember what it was now, and then Uber Eats, and mine was already sitting on the table, so I just had to grab it and go. It says she's 10 minutes away and leave on porch. Leave at door, and then she wrote leave on porch. Alright, so I got the next order, and it was at this barbecue place, but y'all, like, this is the most sketchiest barbecue. It's called like Burnin' Barbecue and More. It's the most sketchiest place, man. Like, you can get a contact high just by walking up to the door. The music is very, very loud. It's not in a good neighborhood. But yeah, I got her food, and it says she's 12 minutes away. Not the direction I wanted to go in, but we're doing it. I already got the food, and I'll just know next time to like avoid this place. Okay, why am I so out of breath? Now I'm sweating. It was on the 3rd floor, and I'm glad it wasn't a leave at door order, because it was the one building that didn't have a building number on it. But I was pretty sure it was the right building. I was like, man, I hope this isn't a leave at door one. and I went back to look and I was like, okay, good. I'm knocking on the door, making sure it's her. All right, it's a really big order. Smells so good, like always. I think I'm always gonna say that because holy cow, it smells so good. They had a tip jar in there, and on the tip jar said, even the Titanic tipped. And I'm like, really? Really? But anyways, so yeah, she says leave at door. She gave me the gate code, which means it's an apartment, but it's only 5 minutes away, so that's cool. So before I could get to the gate, she was flagging me down because she was like leaving her apartment, and she's like, Uber, and I was like, V, and she's like, yeah. And I handed her the big paper bag, and there was grease like dripped all down it, and I guess it leaked through the bag. I kept it straight up the whole time, so I don't know what happened, but yeah, it got all over my seat. Like, I got seat covers, but it got all over my seat. So, but I got another order at Wawa, and it looks very big, so I'm gonna go inside and get that. All right, they said to leave it at the door, and it made me so nervous because I had such a hard time finding the apartment. She said the apartment number and the apartment door number in her messages when she said leave at door. And also the driver lady took me to apartment number 11, and they're like, you're here, it's right there on the right. She said it's 10, which was on the left. So I was like, who's messing up here? So I took it to the building 10, just like she said, put on her door. I even took a picture of it just in case. And I went around the corner and I said it was delivered, and I waited a minute. And then they opened the door and I seen them grab the bag, so I feel better. All right guys, it's almost 4 and I was waiting to do another order. I've been waiting well over 10 minutes. I'm right outside of Moe's. And when did I do my first trip? At 11. So it's almost 4, so I've been driving. Hello, don't get out of it. Okay, so I've been driving for almost 5 hours. I'm at $81 as far as my screen show. I still didn't receive 2 tips, I think just 2, but I'll put on the screen like what I made at the end of all this, and because tips do come in like a delay. But yeah, I've been waiting, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. This is probably the most money I've made in the shortest amount of time, which is crazy. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and join the family, and I will see you guys in my next video.